8.1, we're going to be talking about circumference of circles. This picture that I made is showing you that the circumference is around the circle. So I'm going to highlight that for you so you can kind of see what I mean. We're talking about around the circle. The diameter is a line that goes from one edge of the circle through the center to the other edge of the circle. And the radius is a line that goes from the center to the edge of the circle, which is the radius. There are two formulas for finding the circumference of a circle. One is taking pi times the diameter, and one is taking 2 times the radius times pi to get the circumference. If you notice, I have the radius in pink, and if I add another radius, I now have the diameter. So if I take radius times 2, I'm going to get the diameter, and so that is what happened there. 1a, find the radius of the circle. So if I look at my circle, and I look at what I'm given, a lot of people struggle to remember, is this the diameter or the radius? So this is some vocabulary you're going to have to practice knowing. If I look at the line, it goes from one edge of the circle through the center to the other edge of the circle. So I know that that's the definition of a diameter. To get the radius when you're given the diameter, you take the diameter, cut it in half, or divide by 2, and your radius is 10 yards. Circle it, and that's your answer. 2a, find the diameter of the circle. So look at what we're given, and it goes from the edge to the center, so we know that that's the radius, so r equals 8 meters. And we know that the diameter is the radius times 2, so my diameter is 16 meters. Circle it, and that's my answer. Okay, 3c, they're telling us to find the circumference. And if you remember, there were two formulas I was given. I was given circumference equals pi times diameter. This is my favorite, and I remember it because cherry pie is disgusting. Or you can take c equals 2 times pi r. And to do the first one, you would take 34 times pi. So you take c equals pi times 34. When I take pi times 3.14, or take 3.14 times 34, I get 106 and 76 feet, and I circle that. And then the other way to do this is I find the radius, which is 17, and I take 2 times the radius of 17, which is 34. So really, there's no point in doing this because this is exactly what it like is more work. So then you take c times pi times 34, and you end up with circumference equals 106.76 feet. So I kind of decide which equation I'm using just based off of what I'm given. So if I'm given the diameter, I'll use this formula, and if I'm given the radius, I will use the other one. 3D, find the circumference of the circle. So I'm given the radius, so I'm going to use c equals 2 pi r, and I take c equals 2 times 3.14, and my radius is 12, and I multiply all of that together. You can use your pi button, but you will get different rounding than what I would get. So yeah, just something to think about as you figure out what if you're gonna hit the pi button or 3.14. And you will get 75 and 36 hundredths feet. Circle it, and that's my answer.